There's something here that I really need to discuss, and it's important that I discuss this. Um, I just watched a YouTube video over the weekend with DeSantis that he was talking about this deportation. He's setting up everything here in Florida. I live in Florida. So basically, what he was saying was that he was putting everything together so that he can start his deportation process in Florida. And he's trying to tell everybody this is not a sanctuary state, or none of these cities in Florida are sanctuary cities. So don't think this is like another New York where you're protected, because you're not. And he's going to do everything in his powers to start to deport people who are not legal in this country, or in Florida, because he's responsible for Florida. And he's being boosted. At the video that I watched, there was this lady. She was Spanish, almost like a black Spanish woman. I didn't catch her name, but one of the things that she was talking with him about, how her son died from a car accident. And when her son died from this car accident, it was an illegal immigrant that was driving a car that actually hit her son's car, and her son died. And at the scene of the accident, this person who was illegal couldn't call anybody, just sat there and watched her son die because he was illegal. So he didn't even have a driver's license, and he was driving. And he was illegal at the time that this happened. So this woman has joined herself with DeSantis to say that I'm an advocate for deporting immigrants from Florida because this is what happened to me. And this is real. These are the things that's going on, and how hospitals, or it's costing hospitals thousands and thousands of dollars to take care of these immigrants, because as an immigrant, when you go into the hospital, it's not like they can deny you care. They have to help you by law, and how it's costing Florida thousands and thousands of dollars in different ways to support these illegal immigrants that are in this country. But from what I gather, she's talking from hate. And so because her son got killed by an immigrant, this leads her to hate all immigrants. So instead of her turning that anger into something good, she took that anger and turned it into something even worse. Why couldn't she have taken that anger and said, you know what? Let me try to figure out ways that I can help immigrants to become legal in this country. Let me turn it into a good thing and help them to become legal in this country so that something like this wouldn't happen moving forward. But instead of that, she aligned herself with DeSantis and decided, let me push this agenda and let's get rid of all immigrants in this country, or in Florida, illegal immigrants in Florida. So let me tell you my experience. I'm a little warm here. Let me take this jacket off. Let me tell you my experience in Florida with illegal immigrants. And this video is for all, whether you're illegal or not illegal, but if you even do have family out there or live with family that's illegal, that hasn't gotten their papers together yet in this country. Let me tell you something. And I've been in Florida since 1980. I lived in New York for 10 years, and I've been in Florida after that since 1980, and I've seen so much happen here. I live in Broward County, and ICE have raided the swap shop and flea market back in the past. So all you illegals who you feel like you want to go to swap shop and you want to go to flea market, stay away from the swap shop and flea markets. They have been raided in the past. I know what I'm talking about. I've been here and I've seen it all. They will raid those places. Stay away from swap shop. Stay away from flea markets. They will shut it down, block the entrances, and raid the swap shop and the flea market. I've seen it happen. Another thing that they will do is they realize that a lot of these Jamaicans here and these Haitians throw big parties. Big bash. You know what they've done once? Right there underneath the overpass for 575 a few years ago, when you're going down 441 and you're going south towards Miami, there's a 595 overpass. And right there, one night, there was going to be a big bash in Hollywood. Big Jamaican party. Everybody a go. If you was Jamaican, everybody knew about that party there. Big bash. You know what ICE did? ICE knew that a lot of these SOBs that were coming out of Lauderhill or coming from North Lauderdale or coming from Coral Springs would take that route. ICE never do one thing more than block it off that night for hours and raided a rampage and lock up who was illegal. Be careful how you're traveling on the road. And one thing too that I'm understanding, if you are legal and you have an illegal with you, not only is the illegal going to be charged and locked away, but you as a legal person is going to be charged and locked away too for transporting an illegal in your car. One of the most important things that I also want to tell you guys, you see those Jamaican flags and those Haitian flags and those Colombian flags and all these flags that you want to put up in your car and drive around because you're so proud? It's nice to be proud of your country and it's nice to have a flag in your car. But let me tell you this. All those flags and all those headrest colors, Jamaican colors and Mexican colors and Cuban colors and all that stuff, you will be targeted by the police. How I know? It's happened to me in the past. I used to be one of those, oh, let me put a Jamaican flag in my car. You understand? Take down all the flags. And I could tell you, when you're driving down the road, the less Jamaican music you're playing in your car, Haitian music or any one of those musics that you playing in your car loud, that's also going to target you. The way you cut your hair and the way you look targets you also. So be careful of how you cut your hair. And if you look too Mexican, and with those little bob haircuts that these Mexicans do, I want to tell you, shave off your head. Shave it off and go bald for the next 4 years. They're going to target the schools too. So if you know that you have your children in the schools and they are illegal, they're going to go in the schools and start questioning these children. And these same children going to give up all illegals in their house, whether the children are not is not illegal or not. They same ones when they run scared. Be careful what you're telling your children to talk to these people about when they're in school. That was the same reason why they created the DARE program. From day one when they had created the DARE program, it was to catch people who were selling drugs. And how they were doing it, they were creating these DARE programs in the school to question these children about their parents and about what's going on at home. And if their parents were selling drugs. You know how many people they caught from that DARE program? Tons. I used to tell my daughter, don't get involved in the DARE program and don't go and answer no question. Don't even chat to them. You understand? Because there's always an agenda behind everything that they do here. So let me break it down to you. No clubbing if you're illegal. No swap shop, no flea market if you're illegal. No flagging of the car if you're illegal. No school if you're illegal. And I noticed that these Mexicans, they love trailer park. There's a few trailer parks here in Florida that are dedicated to Mexicans. I just Mexican living at them. And in each one of these homes, you have all 10 of them in a one. Or more. And they're not all legal. Even the street that I live on, that has a house on the corner of the street that I live on, Mexicans occupy it. And I know the house is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom house. And the amount of cars that's in the driveway for this 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom house is unbelievable. You wouldn't imagine the amount of Mexicans that live in that one house. One of the kids was in the backyard recently, kicked the ball across the fence, and I was turning the corner, and the ball came flying, hit my car. When I jumped out my car, and I called him, and I said, go call your parents. Let me say, none of them speak English, and they wasn't even his parents. They was just there babysitting. How can you babysit and not even speak English? But anyway, the kid was the only one who spoke English. But I resolved that situation and told him to tell him not to kick the ball, or he told them that I told him not to kick the ball in the backyard anymore that high. It'll damage somebody's car. So be careful where you living. Now this goes out to the Mexicans. I don't even have to worry about Jamaicans with that. Jamaicans know how to maneuver themselves when it comes to living arrangements. But the Mexicans tend to harbor together in one solid spot where if you do a raid, you catch them all. Because they cling together. It's not like Jamaica. Jamaica don't cling together. They're not loyal like that. But the Mexicans, they're very loyal. So all I could tell you guys is be careful of certain things. So DeSantis is on a rage right now. He's setting everything up to start doing his deportations. Stay off the streets. Stay off the streets. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. You got 4 years that you need to try to paddle through this. Don't go out clubbing. They catch you at the clubs. Even one of my favorite clubs that I used to go to back in the day, they raided that club. I can tell you, one night I was supposed to go, and one man said, D, don't go out, stay home. And damn sure enough, the night that I decided to stay home, they raided that goddamn club. Raided it. Some of my best friends out of that club got deported behind that raid. You understand? So I want to tell you guys, be careful of flags in your car. That's a main thing. Be careful of the music that you're playing in your car, because you might be pulled up next to a police officer. And they're very vindictive down here, especially the white ones. You understand? Especially the white ones. Very vindictive down here. So do not play too much loud music in your car, especially when it's not R&B or hip-hop. Them things say is that American. They will pull you over just to check you. And they make up things because they love to make it up. Oh, we pulled you over because your tint was too dark. Or we pulled you over because we couldn't see your tag. Or we pulled you over because the volume in your car was too high. Or they make up all sorts of stuff. And there's no way that you could say, well, don't pull me over because they're going to do it because they want to. Even churches, they probably come and pull you out of a church now. I want to say to you guys, be very, very, very careful where you go and what you do within the next 4 years. Because I'm not going to tell you he's going to be able to deport everybody. It's impossible. There's too many illegals here in this country, so he won't be able to deport everybody. Just don't be the one that get caught. Think twice before you decide to make a bad move. If you don't have to go out to the stores, don't go, stay in the house. There's people probably there that can go to the store for you. If you don't have to go out, look work. Don't go. Try to go online. Try to do something online. Try to make money online. Try to create some blogs or something. Do that. Get creative where you really don't have to go out and go work. Where you just stay in. Farthest you go is your backyard. And let me explain another thing to you people so you understand. And this is very, very important as I'm thinking. I just thought about this. I had a friend that came here years ago. She didn't come here illegal. She came here legally because she came here on a 10-year visa. But she overstayed her welcome. And so she became illegal after that. She came here on a 3-month visit because she had a 10-year, so she came on a 3-month visit. So she stayed past 3 months. Her intentions was to stay, get married, find somebody, get her papers, get herself sorted. And she did. But as she was here and hanging out with me, one of the things that she said to me one day, she said, something about people gonna call on her. These Americans are gonna call on her and report her to immigration. And I stopped her in her tracks right away. I said, these America's gonna call on you and report you to immigration. I can't remember what it was we were talking about, but it came up that she thought America's was gonna call on her and report her to immigration. Says, stop that right now, sweetheart. That ain't who called on you for immigration. I said, because these Americans don't know the first thing about immigration. Enough of them born here and the same place, the same street that they born on, they have never left. They've never left. Some of them leave and move other places, but have never left out of the county that they were born in, or the country that they were born in, or the state that they were born in. Enough of them don't even understand immigration. If Trump wasn't around hyping this shit up, a lot of them don't even understand. So at the time, I told her, I said, listen, it's not the Americans that's calling on you because they couldn't understand the first thing about immigration and immigration law. It's just see them Jamaican, them a go call upon you when you piss them off. Your own Jamaicans are the ones that's calling on you. So be careful how many Jamaican friends you have. And I'm quite certain for the Mexicans is the same thing. It's your same Mexican friends that's going to call on you. It's the same African friends that are going to call on the Africans. It's the same Israeli friends that's going to call on the Israeli. So be careful the friends that you keep too within the next 4 years, because they're the ones that's going to call on you. My suggestion, stay off the streets. Keep yourself hunkered down. Try to do something online. Try to get creative. Even do a little babysitting maybe from home to make that extra money, because if you do not have your proper documents, the chances of you getting caught might be very likely, because DeSantis is out there and he's making preparations and plans for all of you guys. Like, comment, share your thoughts. Most important, I want to say comment. Tell me what you think. And add other things that you think might affect the illegal immigrants, places that you think they should stay away from going. You guys have a good day.